test of the year.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's good for a young fighter coming up. It just gets the experience. The 4 rounders keeps them going. They learn all the time.
So the light heavyweight division, just a tick under 80 kilos. Smith weighed in at 78.3, Hamdan at 79.5. Both fighters having their singlets and t-shirts taken off. Smith in the all black, Hamdan in the white, with quite a deal of decoration. Third man in centre ring, Alan McCall. 6 3-minute rounds. And away we go.
Round 1.
Both letting their hands go early. Smith just a little quicker to the punch there, just a little crisper.
Yeah, I have seen Mark Smith sparring down at Brian Butler's a couple of times, and, you know, he seems to be a really nice boxer and real clean at his work.
Smith tries to dig to the body. Hamdan just swayed out the way, and then Hamdan misses with a wild left hook that sails harmlessly over the top.
A little bit of an awkward style, Hamdan.
He's letting his hands go now, though.
Letting them go.
Upstairs and down. Certainly the busier early, but it is an awkward type of style, isn't it? He almost stops and sets right in front of his opponent.
He's really moving laterally, and you know, that makes the opponent sort of hesitate a little bit.
So Hamdan in the white, the busier fighter in this opening stanza. Smith pouring out the jab almost as a rangefinder at the moment. Nothing behind those punches from Hamdan. Good straight right from Smith, but he wore one back for his trouble. .60 seconds to go in the opening round. Scheduled for 6.
He's really moving up and down, really changing his height.
Smith probably needs to stiffen that jab up a little.
Yeah. And then if you, like the old rule, if you're having trouble missing the head, you know, you go for the chest, start at the chest and go up.
Long right hand from Smith just falls short. Hamdan's probably edging this round purely through work rate. Last 10 seconds. Has anyone got a big flurry to finish with?
Nice little left hook right hand there.
That is the end of the opening round, ladies and gentlemen.
How'd you score that one, Julian Holland?
The TV ringside, brought to you by Barry Michael.
I would score it to the blue corner. I think that, you know, just the moving and it's just sort of making Mark Smith hesitate a little bit, Bruce. So definitely the blue corner. Only just.
Here's Hamdan letting his hands go. That clubbing roundhouse right just to the back of the ear, and Smith tried to fire back. The last left in that exchange found its home. Thank our great supporters of Barry Michael Boxing, Simmons Homes, the great Australian builder, and Lotus Caravans. As we see some more action from round 1, and just a right hand that just clipped the left side of the jaw of Hamdan from Mark the Punisher Smith. Second of a scheduled 6. Julian Holland and Bruce Eva with you in commentary. We're watching Mark Smith in the black, Abdallah Hamdan in the white, fighting at the light heavyweight limit. Friday night in the sports capital of the world, Derby Eve in Melbourne. And we're not far from Royal Flemington either, the beautiful pavilion here in Kensington. Oh! Now, was that a slip?
Yeah, I think it was.
At first, the way Smith went, no.
He's called it a knockdown.
Called a knockdown. Alan McCall gives him the standing 8 count. Or the 8 count. Of course, he did go down. So, the quick hands, and Hamdan is on the attack again. Some claret trickling from the nostrils, but we'll have to see the replay on exactly the punch that did that damage as Hamdan winds up with for the big bolo and then a right uppercut lead. Hamdan bleeding freely from the left. He's an interesting customer, Jules.
Yeah, he's wanting to do a bit of dancing and everything.
And he's certainly got his dander up now with sending Smith to the canvas, who fires back. But
as we see from last fight, you don't want to take it too easy because you end up the same way.
Hamdan on the charge here. Smith doesn't look as if there's any real lasting effects from that knockdown, although he's covering up again.
There. I just think he's having a hard time getting hold of Hamdan. Mark Smith is, just because he's moving and he's just changing angles all the time, and so he's just sort of hesitating that little bit.
There's nothing predictable about the man in white, is there? He's shown plenty of angles and a variety of punches to Mark Smith in the black.
Great body shot there from Mark Smith, and that's probably what he needs to do because his body's not moving, his head's moving.
Hamdan fires back. Gee, they're just trading bombs at the moment. Hamdan still bleeding freely from the nose. Smith pours out the jab.
Oh,
good
nice
straight right, yeah. It's a 10-8 round at the moment. We're inside the last 60 seconds. At the same time, Hamdan's corner people are going to have to do a lot of work on that schnoz. He's breathing through the mouth clearly now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Another good crisp left on that occasion. Big round for Abdallah Hamdan in the white. Smith visited the canvas early. Puts the second in the books, and that has to be a 10-8 round for Abdallah Hamdan. Looking forward to seeing the replay of this, Jules, to see exactly the punch that did the damage.
A-Plus Labour Solutions, Burton Smith Cars, Meat Management Australia, Custodian,
Almost to the throat.
Lotus Caravans, and Gary Simmons at Simmons Home.
It was that right hand, virtually to the throat, wasn't it? And the force of it. Certainly not a clean knockdown, but he was probably off balance. And
I think because he's thrown that shot, I think he was off balance more and got pushed off.
The IPO,
he seemed to have got up pretty quick.
Well, that's how get our clauses as the commentators, because as we called the action, there certainly didn't appear to be a clean headshot that sent Smith to the canvas, and as those replays have shown, there wasn't. But it's still a 10-8 round for the man in the blue corner. 2 in the books, 4 to go.
Round number 3.
At the light heavyweight limit, Alan McCall, third man in centre ring, calls them together. Hamdan starts by pouring out a jab. Bruce Seaver with you, sitting alongside the former Commonwealth welterweight champion Julian Holland. 3 big title bouts to come later this evening on this excellent night of fights, put together again by the one and only Barry Michael. Smith's got some work to do. He's behind on the scorecards, having been knocked down in the second round. Is he busy enough yet, Jules?
No, not yet. He's still having trouble. He needs to start jabbing and getting the double jabs up, start moving a bit closer to this guy. He's quite cagey.
He's very awkward, isn't he?
Hamdan.
Smith still trying to find a way through the defences of Abdallah Hamdan. There's nothing predictable about the man in the white trunks, with plenty of decoration.
Nice right hand left hook there by Smith.
Halfway through the third.
A little bit of showboating.
He's actually fighting with one sock up and one down. Abdallah Hamdan as well. Plenty of artwork on that left leg. Smith pulls out the jab again. Winging right hand. A couple of solid blows to the side of Smith's head. Hamdan caught off balance. Hamdan just shading Smith for work rate.
Definitely. Definitely. He's always coming back with a couple of shots, and that's just going to keep him in the fight.
Almost at the halfway point. Mark Smith in the black's got it all in front of him. Claret again flowing freely from the nose of Abdallah Hamdan. On our unofficial scorecards, has got a handy lead, although he was caught with a cheeky right hand right at the end of the round. I'm not sure it was enough to pull the round out for Mark Smith, though, Julian Holland.
No, definitely don't think so.
Brought to you by Lotus Caravans and Simmons Homes.
He's, look, Hamdan's just working away, you know, really grinding out this. Like Mark Smith, if he wants to win this fight, he needs to start taking the initiative, go first. If he misses a couple of shots, he's got to bring a couple more after that.
Needs to lift the intensity. Just seeing there on the replay, both fighters missing with lefts. It was a scrappy third stanza, although that short little left from Hamdan was a scoring punch. Smith misses over the top with a right, but a slappy little left hook would have been a scoring blow as well. But Hamdan, he wings that right hand in, doesn't he?
And that was a nice shot.
We turn for home. 3 down, 3 to go. Referee Alan McCall keeps the two fighters apart, and now we're underway in the fourth. TV ringside, Barry Michael Promotions, and we welcome your company on Channel 31, whether in the Melbourne metropolitan area, down in Geelong, or watching online. Channel 31 boxing on Derby Eve in Melbourne. Matt Smith in the black trunks, Abdallah Hamdan in the white. Barry Michael to rejoin us on commentary very soon. Smith needs to get busier.
Yeah.
He's behind on the cards. He's been down in the second.
He just seems to be hesitating. He needs to start really working.
Let
work
his
to
hands
the body.
go.
Yeah, work to the body, then work to the head.
He's got plenty to aim at. Hamdan's nose continues to bleed freely. At best, you have to say it's a measured pace from Matt Smith. Maybe he was stung a little more than we thought with that awkward type of knockdown early in the second, where really it was a blow to the throat that sent him to the canvas.
I just think he's having trouble with Hamdan's style. You know, it's very awkward. A little bit of a head clash there.
Hamdan misses with a wild left hand. Good body shot from Smith at the end of that exchange. Well, it wasn't really an exchange, they were clinching. And again to the body.
Lovely body shots.
That's what you've asked for, Jules.
Then he needs to bring it up to the head then.
Can Matt Smith slow this awkward Abdallah Hamdan down? As the mouthguard came out on that occasion.
Something else come out too, Bruce.
The mouthpiece will be cleaned in the red corner. Time clock stops with 51 ticks remaining until the fourth round is in the books. And time back on. Certainly not the all-action fireworks we've seen from the bouts earlier in the evening. We've had two devastating knockouts already tonight. Big wins for Scott Edwards and also Shady Sued. A more measured contest, although Smith, as we said, did visit the canvas in the second round.
He's really working the body well this round, Mark Smith.
Enough to get the round?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, clubbing right. And that is the end of the fourth round.
Number 4.
Is it enough for him to win the round? As we welcome Barry Michael back to our commentary position ringside. Julian Holland, Bruce Everitt, the former IBF Super Featherweight champion of the world, Barry Michael. It's been an awkward type of contest, and as Julian Holland has pointed out, Baz, Abdallah Hamdan is a very awkward customer.
To be honest with you, mate, I've been running around organising things, so I haven't had a chance to watch 30 seconds of it yet. Who do you think's winning?
Well, Hamdan sent Smith to the canvas early in the second, and at the time we couldn't call the shot, Jules, could we?
And he won the first 2 rounds, and I thought Mark Smith probably won that round just because of great body work.
Yep. Okay.
It was a knockdown that actually came from a punch to the throat.
Who have you got in front at the moment?
Hamdan is in front on our unofficial scorecard.
2 points.
Unbelievable.
So 2 rounds to go. Capacity crowd here tonight, as you can see, at the pavilion in Kensington or Flemington. It's virtually right on the borderline of the two
Number 5.
inner Melbourne suburbs. Referee Alan McColl just asking a bit of the excess water to be mopped up in Hamdan's corner.
Yeah, that can. Look, I noticed something they had in America. They put a thing down at the end of each round, which they've got to bring out here. It's
a good idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. We've got to get it out here.
Because, you know, like it's a done thing that when your boy comes back to the corner, you're putting ice over him, you're putting water over him. So it's just got to happen. Yep,
we've got to get it. I've got to get it from the States. It's something I saw over there with Zach Dunn, you know, when we had the great victory last Saturday night at the Paramount Theatre in New York. Fantastic, fantastic venue, the Paramount.
Smith in the black getting busier now, and he has to.
In the beautiful city of Huntington we were, but this looks like it's a cracker fight. Abdallah Hamdan, Melbourne boy, but came down from Sydney. He's living up there now. Lovely left hook from Mark Smith there. So who do you guys have unofficially in front, do you think?
Hamdan.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
made all the early running.
Got 2 points.
Big shots from big body shots from Smith.
Well, this is he copped a very short right hand that really stung him though.
They certainly mean business.
Well, finally Smith's letting his hands go.
Yeah,
yes.
Definitely. Well, he's gone back to the corner, and the Bella boys, they would have both said, you know, like, you know, really work the body, start there, and then work to the head.
If they've been watching the same fight as us, they would have told him that he was behind on points as well, that he had to get very, very busy.
He's certainly been busy this round.
Halfway through the round.
Abdallah, I think, had quite a bit of kickboxing experience, hasn't he?
Looks like it.
Big shots from both boys.
Really wings that right hand, doesn't he, Hamdan? Comes from...
jab and hook. Nice shot.
Good work rate from Hamdan.
Yeah. And that's what he's been doing all night. Just chipping away.
That's what you have to do. Keep chipping away at it.
Smith goes to the body. Now again upstairs. His timing just hasn't been right, has it? He hasn't been able to catch his opponent clean at all.
Hamdan bleeding from the nose. Looks at to see what the time is there, I think. Looks up to the big screen. Big right hand from Mark Smith. Didn't seem to flinch him, though.
He took it pretty well, didn't he?
He did. He took it real well.
And that's the end of the 5th round. It's going to have to be a big finish from Mark Smith in the final round to pull this one out of the fire. 6 rounds of the light heavyweight limit.
Well, I would have it now, Hamdan one round up.
So a big round here from Smith. He could get a draw. So some of the action from the 5th round, which was a lot better round for Mark Smith. Exchanged big bombs in Hamdan's corner. There's that good short right from Hamdan, which jolted the head of Mark Smith.
Great body work there from Mark Smith. Oh, just get hit with one coming back.
Both fighters touch gloves. This is the 6th and final round.
3 minutes to go. Smith in the black, Hamdan in the white. Smith's won his past 2, but he's going to have to produce something pretty special in this last 2.5 minutes, if our unofficial cards are correct, to pull this one out.
Good shots from Hamdan at the start of the round.
Good right from Mark Smith.
We've lost a mouth guard. Abdallah Hamdan loses his mouth guard. Or is it into a Mark Smith?
Yeah, Smith
Mark
for
Smith.
the second
That's the
round
second
in a row.
time.
Okay. As you know, Jules, back in the old days, they used to just let you keep fighting without a mouth guard.
Keep down.
So these days, if you want to breathe, you spit your mouth guard out.
And if the referee's onto it, he'll warn you.
Yes, we've seen that before.
2 minutes to go. What's Smith got left? Left to the body looked a little low.
Whoa.
Lovely work there.
Good left hook from Mark Smith. Just wobbled Abdallah for 1 second, but he recovered quickly.
This stage of the fight, Smith needed to follow up after that good work, didn't he?
Yes, he definitely, he's got to put it all on the line. Good body shots from Mark Smith.
Oh,
Misses with a huge right hand, the man in black. Hamdan again just takes a little sneaky peek up at the big screen to see how long's left. Still seems to have plenty of petrol though. Fatigue hasn't been a factor.
No, both boys well conditioned.
Smith just not being able to get anything off clean.
Yeah, no, Hamdan, just looks as though he wants it that much more. Smith should have really laid it on the line the last couple of rounds.
yeah, he should have, Barry. Should have been a little bit more desperate in what he was doing.
Last 20 seconds.
A lot of claret coming from both boys.
Is there one last twist in the tail?
Stop.
That is the end of the bout, ladies and gentlemen. Abdallah Hamdan, Mark the Punisher Smith.
Well, Mark Smith,
Representatives of Lotus Caravans and Simmons Homes considering.
well, Mark Smith salutes the crowd. And we'll go to the judges' scorecards, Jules, and the 3 people that have scored this: Andrew Campbell, Jeff Eddy, and Wayne Ashdown. But we have Hamdan just edging it.
Yeah, you'd think so. But that's unofficial.
Very unofficial. Fifth fight of the evening. 3 to go, which all carry a title with them, a Victorian State title, and an IBO Youth title, and an IBO Asia Pacific title here at the Pavilion. But you're looking at the heavy-breathing Abdallah Hamdan after 6 entertaining rounds and awkward customer duels. And Mark Smith, he still looks like he's got, well, certainly could go another 6.
Yeah, and that's what we were probably saying before, Bruce, you know, like him with having that knockdown early on in the fight, you know, he probably should have had a little bit more desperation in what he was doing. But, you know, like he did work back into the fight with great body shots and left hooks to the head in those last couple of rounds.
Is it enough? We're about to find out when we go up to centre ring. Your announcer, John Demicoli. He's studying the scorecards that have just been handed to him by Alan McCall, but we're now going back to the administrator, Donna Fennick, sitting alongside the chairman of the board, Bernie Barmer, making sure we've got the arithmetic right. What a terrific scene, this beautiful, almost custom-made venue for boxing in the inner suburb of Kensington, or that borders Flemington.
Yeah, it's a fantastic venue. Brian Armatrudas, you know, he built this place for this, and it is unbelievable. He's now the mecca of boxing.
It certainly is. As we await the scorecards to be tallied, there was clearly an issue on the first occasion that the decision was handed to John Demicoli, who now waits patiently as Alan McCall, the referee, again has handed the paperwork. Here's John Demicoli.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your 3 judges scored the contest 57-56, 57-56, and 57-55, declaring your winner via unanimous points. Red corner, Mark the Punisher Smith.
Well, that is an interesting decision. And Mark Smith, despite being knocked down in the second round, has got the points decision. And congratulations to the young man. He wins his 3rd fight, his 3rd in a row. In fact, takes his record to 4-1, 3 wins in a row. Well done to Mark Smith.